They put their lives on the line every single day, fighting fires, responding to medical calls, car wrecks, and other emergency situations.
But what's a day typically like for firefighters? What do they do in their downtime? Well, KXOI's Kylee Cruz got a closer look inside the world of firefighters in her special report, 24 Hours at the Firehouse.
Well, Mike and Nadine, Jim Hazelton and I, our photographer, spent 24 hours at this fire station, Fire Station 15 in Hilliard. We got there this morning, had our bags packed when we were here, ready to go, but we really didn't know what to expect. This fire station, well, it's one of the busiest in the city, so we knew anything could be possible.
This is our neighborhood. This is our corner of the city. There's a lot of pride up here. Pride in the neighborhood, pride in the people that live here and have for years.
Near the intersection of Crestline and Wellesley sits Fire Station 15.
One of the busiest stations in the city.
Captain Scott Klein, Jesse Ayotte, and Kyle Chase are on shift. We're joining them, and so our 24 hours at the firehouse begins. It starts as an average morning around this blue table, cup of coffee, the paper, and a rundown.
No matter what's going on, we get up and we leave.
Every shift is different. Typically, this station gets 8 to 10 calls a day.
Nothing's really routine.
We eat and do paperwork and clean things and straighten things, and I don't know, just kind of like we're really cool custodians a lot of the time.
But at all times, they have to be ready.
We never know which tool in the toolbox we're going to need at the time.
Jesse also wears the chef's hat.
The fire station, simpler is better, and especially if you can turn it off and run.
And throughout the day, this worn blue table kind of becomes home base. 6 hours into the shift, no calls, but it's off to their playground. The Fire Training Center.
There's not a lot of practice time when it comes to the building on fire. It's do what you know. This is how we learn what we know.
Looks like they're just spraying water, but they're actually spraying foam and compressed air.
All the time. We're always coming up with an idea. Can we? I don't know, let's go play.
After a few hours of practice, it's back on the rig, headed to our home for the day, and still not one call. Finally, in the middle of dinner, it comes.
Oh, bingo! Look at that. My God.
In 35 seconds, we're in the truck. Two minutes and 2 seconds later, the house. We can't go inside, but the woman called 911 because she was feeling very dizzy. This crew puts her on an EKG and checks things out. AMR takes her to the hospital, and back to the station we go. 37 minutes later, this time we go inside and see what these men do.
I'm going to give you a little extra oxygen here, okay? This is just going to go in your nose. Do you feel like you're having a hard time breathing right now?
The crew gives him a breathing treatment before sending him to the hospital. As the day winds down, the cleaning begins. The paperwork starts, then the lights go out. We don't expect them to be out for long. Every day is full of surprises. But not this night. Not one call.
I thought I was for sure going to see you in the middle of the night.
2 runs in 24 hours. That's all.
How often does that happen?
Only with visitors.
And so the new shift starts where it all began. That blue table, coffee in hand, laughs that fill the room. See, these firefighters are like brothers.
We're dependent on each other. We're a crew on this rig.
With that comes trust.
You can't plan on everything, but you know you can depend on your guy to do his job.
But when everyone is running away from the fire, they're running to it.
I pull up on a fire, and if it's a good working fire, I get a knot in my gut, and away we go.
While it might have been a slow shift, in this line of work, quiet can oftentimes be good.
And everybody's warm in their bed last night. Nobody's dead, nothing caught on fire. So that's pretty good.
And Hilliard was safe last night, knowing that we were here.
And we want to say thank you so much to everybody at Fire Station 15, to the Spokane Fire Department, and to our crew for the day, Jesse, Captain Scott, and Kyle. Thanks for letting us kind of intrude on your life. Like we had said in the story, they were a little bit slow the day we were here, but the station is typically very, very busy, and just today, since 10 o'clock, they've already responded to 7 calls. Reporting live at Fire Station 15, Kylee, Cruz, KXLY4 HD News.